Welcome to another installation of zFlex training. Today we're going to go over the module that teaches us a little bit about the search capabilities of zFlex Integrator. So with that, let's get started. First, let's bring up our login screen and get logged in. So as you should be familiar, you log in given a profile, ID, and password. Okay, so this is our main login main screen here. So notice here the search button and then the search attributes. We'll talk about both. First, the search. Here in the blank field, you should be able to type in any of the search filters based on the drop down here to the left. You have UID, SN, and CN. So whichever one you pick, that's the one that it will use for your search. Typically we use UID for most of the searches for quick search. So let's key in flex star, which allows us to give a generic and find all user IDs starting with FLEX. Notice here we have our results, which is our main user ID of Flex User 01. We also had a second hit from a Flex User 2. Note also that these users are under the Flex User DC COM branch of the tree. Now the search started at this point based on the profile here. So as we define the profile, which we'll talk about in another module, the profile has in it the base by which to start all your searches as you perform them. Now let's move on to the search for attributes. We select the search for attributes and we get a pop-up box here. So in this dialog you can actually key in a string and search for whatever attribute that's available for your TDS. Here we're just going to do CN equals C star. So give me any user ID that have a surname starting with C. And notice the results is blank. So of course that means we didn't find anything. So now let's try to search again with just SN equal star. And note we came back with many results. So let's just look at one of these, and for each of the IDs that comes back you can double click on the result pane table and it opens up more information. So here note the SN is Kingston, so we're gonna just try to search only on Kingston and see can we filter that out. So we do SN equal Kingston, and note we only have one user and it is indeed the same Pastor Frank user. Also on this screen we have membership, where we can show the membership and updates for the user. That is pretty much it for the quick search functions here. Again, when you perform the search, we also keep a log here, the session log. So these search results are casted here in the log, so you can go back and look at that information later on. And that will conclude our quick review of our search and search for attribute functions. And again, we will talk more about the profile, which is linked to the searches, in our next module. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the tutorial.